Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame and Cinnamon Sugar, and this is going to be an update video. So buckle up. It ain't even that bad, but yeah. So the first thing I want to start with is there was something that I had intended on talking to y'all about and or revealing to y'all that was a secret that I never did, and I wanted to tell y'all before the end of 2025. I kept on forgetting to upload a video. Every time I would be like, oh, well, some more stuff happened. Let me update that video. I have a handful of videos that I'm in the process of going through my phone deleting because I was forgetting. But anyway, this time I am going to upload the video. And this is what the update was and slash secret was. So this is what it was, y'all. I have re-entered the workforce. Unfortunately, I was unable to secure a work from home job, which was why I quit my other job. When we thought that my mother was going to get that surgery, I wanted to be able to work a flexible schedule. The job I was working, it's not that type of job where you can just call out, be out, all this other stuff. There are a set amount of people who work that job, and the schedule rotates how it does. And like, maybe if life happened a day or two from time to time, yeah, we can, have somebody who might want some overtime and they come in and take your spot for you. But in my mind, if it was gonna go the way I thought it was gonna go, I thought that it would have been like, okay, my mama done had the surgery. Yeah, my daddy and my brother are there to do what they was gonna do. But I'm the oldest. I've always felt like if something gonna happen, I'ma help. And that's the way it's always been. My mother has had surgeries in the past. My daddy has had surgeries in the past. I've always been the one who was helping to nurse them back to health. I'm literally changing gauze. I am applying whatever type of ointments and all this other stuff for things to help heal them from surgery, cuts that they've endured. Like, I'm used to this. I'm bathing them. That's why people were shocked when I told them that I would not feel disgusted or whatever, like if a situation were to happen with somebody and I might have to do home health care stuff for them. A lot of people would not be able to do that because they haven't been in a situation that I've been in my entire life. Like, my mama has had so many surgeries while I was growing up. My daddy has had a handful of them, and I was always that one who was designated to do stuff. Now, I didn't feel like my childhood was stunted because of this or anything like that. It was just something that I did, and in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to serve. These are the people who are the reason that I exist. So why wouldn't I happily jump to it and handle business? So anyway, y'all, I was under the impression that the surgery was going to happen. So in my mind, oh, I'm going to leave this job. I'm going to take a month or two to myself to do what I'm going to do, prepare myself. Then the surgery going to happen. And by that time, I will have secured a work from home job. That did not happen. I searched high and low. All I could find was mainly scam jobs. Like, these people really be out here scamming on new levels. Like, it was to a point where one of the jobs, I was like, y'all, the people tried to scam me, and I had to get some money back. I ain't even get into that. But yeah, it was some scamming going on. It don't even make no sense. So, yeah, scamming was going on. So I couldn't find a job for nothing. And at least in this city, it's completely different from when I was in the city that I lived in when I lived in Virginia. I was able to work the majority of the time because I was going through temp agencies and I was working full-time hours at places. Here, what they've had to offer has been nothing. I have all this experience and they'll claim they have like clerical jobs out there and all this other stuff. I'm like, oh, I should be able to do that. They just got it up there on the website. They didn't secure nothing with the contract. Like, I'm just like, okay. I tried to go through, let me tell y'all one of the places I went through when I was in Virginia. Not Kelly. What's the other people? I don't know why I can't think of the name of them people. Elwood Staffing. Tried to go through Elwood Staffing. I already had a profile and everything because I went through them when I was in Virginia. So they were like, oh, it's a great thing you already got this. So you're already pretty much done with everything you need to do. The only thing I had to do was update my address. And I went on the inside of the building. And they're like, oh, well, what you got going on or what you want to do? This one girl was in there. I thought I was about to get a job off rip because she was like, oh, my cousin work at, I forgot what she said. But it was, listen, like a state job. And they're like, oh, they're looking for a secretary over there. And it was going to be good pay. It was going to be like $20-something an hour. I said, okay. Considering, okay. I'm like, and I got the experience too. They had just filled it. And I'm like, okay. But they made it seem like, oh, well, give us a week. We're waiting on contracts for somebody else who had a clerical job. And the people never called me back. So I waited a week and a half, 2 weeks, and called them. They were like, oh, well, we'll just call you. Like, they seemed very enthusiastic when I first met them. But me on the phone trying to talk to them. And when I popped back up there, like, hey, don't know if y'all forgot about me, but I'm trying to get a job. Like, my money's running low. I need to work. Or I'm about to go have to live back with my parents, live under a bridge, something. Attitude. And I'm like, oh, y'all wildin'. So I'm like, let me go find another place to look through, to try to work through. Wasn't very successful. Now, at one point in time, the last place I tried to go through, I tried to go out to Hyundai right before I ended up getting the job that I have now, right? And it's crazy because I had applied to this job back in summer, a couple of months after I left where I was working. And I had jumped through all these hoops and all this other stuff. Why the week that I started, they were like, hey, I'm talking about I done been at work. I literally only lasted a day and a half, I guess you could say, at Hyundai. When I did the first day, we were learning how to park the cars because I don't know if any of y'all are from here or y'all live here and you ever dealt with Hyundai, especially when it comes to the parking aspect of it. I think it's stupid because why y'all sitting up here wanting to teach somebody how to park on a line? And it's essentially, if you know how to park a vehicle in general in the middle of lines, it's the same distance away from the other vehicles. But anyway, so the first day was learning how to park the vehicles the way they want you to park them. And then the next day was going to be a full day. But they didn't tell us that we were about to jump straight into a 10 to 12 hour shift. So my first day was supposed to be like a 10, 12 hour shift. And they had just started where it was going to be mandatory Saturdays and a possible of a Sunday, if they need us. And I was like, oh. So I had gotten a phone call that first day and I had my phone off. I didn't even have it off. I had it on silent and I don't know what happened. I don't know if I had on airplane mode or whatever, but the people tried to call me and there was no missed call on my phone. So when I'm on my way home, I get a message from somebody who I'd reached out to before, who does recruiting and all this other stuff where I work now. And she was trying to talk to me and was like, well, I was just calling you. Like, she had texted me and said something. Then she called me. She was like, I was just calling you to see if you got my message from earlier. I tried to call you and I was like, oh, no. I was like, I didn't get anything. I said, I don't know what's going on, but I didn't get anything. So she was like, oh, well, I just wanted to let you know that, if you're still interested in the job, that it's available. And she kept on reminding me of the nothing pay that it is. And I'm like, I'm aware. And, there were certain things I was going to have to do. When I tell y'all, I can't even tell y'all those things. I'm kind of livid that was even a part of what we had to do. It's like, what is going on? But anyway, I got through all of that, right? So I had to meet with some people. I had to figure out what I was going to do. So in my mind, I'm like, well, if I get it, when I start. And so they were like, we have 2 start dates. You can start on this day or you can start the next month. On this, because they want to start everything on the pay period, when the pay period started and all this other stuff after the pay period end or whatever. And I'm like, I need the motivate, the soonest, the one that's going to be happening the sooner out of the 2. And so she was like, okay. I met with who I needed to meet with, y'all. When I tell y'all, the second day I went, like I said, had no idea it was going to go the way it went. Man, I was all right at first. Now, keep in mind, everything's still going on my legs. This was when I had to then go and be one of them people who, so on the website, they made it seem like you were going to be chauffeuring people back and forth to where they need to go. Like, you would be in a car, and in my mind, I'm like, well, when I be able to use the bathroom, that's the only thing I'm worried about. Because if there's a certain time frame that I'm picking people up, taking them from their vehicles to the building that they gotta be at, can I park at the building and have me like a 5 or 10 minute break to go pee throughout the night? And in my mind, I'm like, oh, this gonna be a good little something. Okay. That's not what it was at all. They lied. What it was I gotta go at the front of the assembly line, the conveyor, where the vehicles have been built from scratch. People, before the vehicles get to me, are putting carpets in there and paper on the seats. And then I got to jump in the vehicle with paperwork and take it wherever the paperwork say I got to take it to. Battery, rail, and the maintenance shop. Or if it got to go all the way around to the back of the building, I got to drive around there. That was... no. But I was getting good exercise. Like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm good. And I was fine. I was fine at first. So lunchtime came. The first break came, I was fine. Lunch break came, my feet was doing something. Now, I think I showed y'all a video, but I didn't explain why it happened. And it was because I was working at Hyundai. Now, I had on some compression socks. I had never worn these compression socks before, but I was so excited. I put them on. For whatever reason, it was rubbing the balls of my feet. Bloody. Now, my feet on the inside of the shoe was fine. My socks wasn't bloody. You could tell that that's what it was after the fact or whatever. So they get to hurting bad. I'm the type of person, I figure something else out in order to get through it. I done ball my feet up in my shoes, and I'm still walking back and forth. Now, keep in mind, what I'm doing is I'm taking the paperwork, getting in the vehicle, taking it and parking the vehicle where I'm supposed to park it, getting out of the vehicle, and then walking back to the front of the conveyor. Now, the easiest part was if where you had to park was right in front of you, one of them areas. The hardest was if you had to go to maintenance, which was further away, but the furthest away was if you had to park, take it all the way around the building, go down the street, then go around the building and park it out back, and then walk up past everybody putting in everything in the car on the assembly line. Now, had they given me that job, I would have been fine. I would have been fine. If I was guaranteed to be one of them people throwing the carpets in the car, I would have been fine. I can keep up with that. But I don't know what that rubbing, it was rubbing up against my foot, tearing my feet down. So y'all, I balled my feet up in my shoes. I'm trying to walk. I really get to a point where I'm limping. So I came back from lunch and I'm trying. And then I felt sick. And I'm like, no, I can't. And I ain't never quit. I ain't never just up and just been like, man, I can't work no job. Never. I done been at factory jobs before. When I tell you never, I couldn't believe. But my foot was going through. My feet were going through. And I was limping. I couldn't do it no more. So the man who had been training me, he ended up asking if I needed him to go and get a supervisor. I said, yes, please. He went and got somebody. She came to me. She was very, sweet about it. And she was like, okay, well, do what you need to do. We'll see you tomorrow. And I was saying to myself, girl, I don't know if y'all ever see me again the way my feet feel right about now. So I ended up calling my agency. If you work through a temp agency, you work for them and you're supposed to report to them, not to whoever the actual company is that you're working at, not them folks. So I'm reaching out to the person. He seemed cool at first, but when I told him, I don't know if I'm going to come back, it's like he was ignoring me. Y'all, the audacity. This is where the audacity come in for me. They had already told me when we came in that morning that a certain amount of money was going to come out of our check to pay for the drug test. And I'm like, we ain't had to pay for our drug test when I was in Virginia. going through temp agencies. What is this for? This is stupid. So I'm like, okay. Then the drug tests are a ridiculous amount. And I'm saying to myself, for y'all to be the entity that y'all are, if we even had to pay for a drug test, it shouldn't even be this high. I think that was $80 or something. That was going to come out of my check. Okay. Then the t-shirt that got their name on it was going to be a part of the fee. A belt, a safety vest, like things that were needed, it had to come out. So it came to like $130 something that was going to come out of my check. Child, my check was like $80 or something by the time I got done with them folks. I was like, this is stupid. Like, y'all taking money out of everybody's check for this, when they never took nothing out of our checks for nothing at the other place when I was in Virginia. Like, I'm just like, the audacity of y'all, I can't. So that I was already livid. I'm like, oh, y'all ain't got to worry about me no more, never. So anyway, yeah, that didn't work out. But I think I showed y'all a video where my toenails came off. Like, it was a mess. It was so terrible. Like, my toenails are growing back. But yeah, I didn't know what was going on. And then y'all, keep in mind, I still got to go to the interviews for where I ended up working at. Like, I was going through, like, I'm over here like, what I got to do? Something told me do ice. So I was going between soaking my feet in hot water, solutions, to me just having it in ice water, or just having the ice packs under my feet. It worked. I was still hurting bad. But when I tell y'all, in comparison to when it first happened to when I had to first go in for the first interview, child, please, night and day. I was thankful for the little bit of pain I was in, because it was nothing in comparison to what it was. So anyway, did what I did. I did my thug thistle. But it was so bad that when I was doing my last interview, it lasted so long that my folks started calling me like crazy. Y'all, it was like almost 10 o'clock p.m. by the time I finally left out that building. And my folks were like, are you okay? Like, they didn't know if something had happened to me. I didn't say nothing to them. They knew I was going for the interviews and stuff. And I interview well. So I already knew the interview was going to go well. It was just going to be a matter of if they were going to, hire me. The other stuff I had to do too. It was a lot. Y'all, I wish I could tell y'all. But if I told y'all, it would kind of give away, it might, depending on who is watching this, give away where I work. I don't know. It was so much stuff that had to be done. So when I was done with everything, I'm over here filling out paperwork. And when I went outside, I was like, oh my gosh. So I was like, oh. And I had left my phone in the car and everything, because I'm like, I'm not going to need my phone. I'm interviewing. Phone blew up. My sister calling like crazy. My brother calling from his cell phone. My dad didn't call from his cell phone. My mama didn't call from hers. They didn't call from the house phone. I was like, I wasn't even thinking about me, really. I'm thinking somebody that died at this point, because why y'all calling me like this? And it was for me. Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, I started working a job. Now let me continue to go forward. I didn't spend enough time on that. My mama is doing well. She had a birthday recently. We had a birthday party of sorts for her. Now, she didn't get the party that she wanted. She wanted to plan this elaborate party, but that cost good money, and she didn't have that good money at the time. So yeah, we did what we did, and it was still nice. Now, my sister came late, so we didn't get to do everything that my mama wanted to do, which was to watch a movie together. We were supposed to eat together and talk. So I had already been talking with them all throughout the day. Even my sister, who wasn't there, was late. I kept talking to her throughout the day and harassing her. She over here taking her time. One of the reasons was because my daddy's Christmas gift was on the way, or it was showing that it was on the way. She was like, no, I'm just waiting on this gift. And I'm like, it ain't even Christmas yet. Like, you can wait. Like, he can get it tomorrow. You should have been here hours ago. As often as my daddy is in the city, he can come out and get it. He ain't one of them where he like, I need to have it on Christmas Day. I need to have my gift. It wasn't none of that. So I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, you couldn't wait another day. My daddy even said, I'll come up there and get it tomorrow. Just come on down here. So anyway, my mama wanted to have this photo shoot. She told me to handle a wig she had, so I did what I could for it. She loved it. My sister came finally, and she did this light makeup situation for my mama. And my daddy and my brother, like when I first got there, my daddy had just bathed my mama. And she was about to start getting ready. Now, prior to all of this, for months, my mama been saying, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit in my birthday outfit. I didn't know what the birthday outfit looked like. She just kept saying it's a nice outfit. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to wear it, only because of the top part. She had a 2-piece. Now, for years, my mama has not worn, like, my mama was overweight, like extremely overweight. And she's a seamstress. So she was making her own dresses and stuff like that or whatever. I don't remember the last time I saw her in a 2-piece nothing or whatever, right? Never in my life, as me being someone who is now on the side of I'm living, I'm alive, and I can remember things that are happening. I don't remember my mama ever wearing pants or whatever. Now, she used to wear pants a lot when she was growing up and all this other stuff. Anyway, she had a 2-piece set. It was a pair of pants and this like top. And it's what she wanted. It was her favorite color and everything. And I'm like, okay. So when my daddy and them got her ready, and then they put her in the contraption that they have to lift her up out of the bed in, they rolled her up front and they put her in this chair. She wanted to do a photo shoot, right? So I'm having to explain to her that we can do the photo shoot. It's not going to have to be how she thinks it's going to go. She over here thinking that we can't talk and do whatever in the background or whatever. And I told her, y'all can be doing whatever y'all doing in the background, because I can mute all that out, add the song you want to add to the thing, and we can go from there. The song she wanted me to add, if I think about it, I'll put it right here. But it goes like, the Savior knows my story. It's a beautiful song. I'm trying to remember if Jelly Roll did it or if it was some AI song or whatever, but it's a beautiful song. It might not be Jelly Roll. If it ain't him, I forgot who the name of the man is. But my mom be listening to all kinds of good music, or whether it's AI or not. But she wanted me to put that as the song playing while she then said something over. And I told her, I had to explain to her how we can do it. And so she did it. And so she basically was thanking everybody for wishing her a happy birthday and all that stuff in it. Y'all, it turned out wonderful. But this is the thing. See, y'all don't be understanding what be going on. People been hating on my mama for the longest. Most of the people on her side of the family don't know what she got going on. And that is on purpose. She don't want them to know. And it's not to protect them. It ain't none of that. It's just people that hate on her, literally hate her guts just because she simply exists. And I'm like, the audacity of you, especially the fact that I know what my mama has done for you and your mama while y'all was growing up. Considering my mama is the baby of the family, like, I cannot, it's the audacity for me. But anyway, but she already knew that there were going to be people who were going to share the video to other relatives. And so my brother said, oh, this is going to serve as a, what you call it? Well, I can't think of the name of it. Proof of life, right? When my brother said that, when I tell y'all I screamed, I cackled so loud. I said, not a proof of life. But yeah, my mama don't be really putting that on social media or whatever about herself. Like, she posts a lot of stuff, but she don't be posting pictures of herself. And y'all, when my daddy done rolled her up there, once my daddy got out the way and he turned her around and he was about to lower her in the chair, I was just like, I had to tell myself, stop this, because I was about to cry. Like, I was like, oh my God. So anyway, but yeah, my mama's doing well. I'm hopeful that she will allow me to go down that holistic route with her again, because prior to me even leaving to have to come back to Alabama, she wanted to know what I had been doing when I had went alkaline and all the other stuff or whatever. And so I told her, and she had looked into some of the stuff, and she was willing to try it back then. So I'm hopeful that she will allow me to try some of that stuff on her, and we'll get her walking. She just called me last night, even though I'd already talked to her earlier that day, and she asked me did I want to go to somebody's birthday party. Now, this person will be turning 90 years old. This woman is like my mama. And when I say like my mama, I'm talking about if my mama were my mama, if there was a movie or something to basically have somebody to reenact who my mama is, they the same person at this point. And I have a cousin who happened upon my page, and like I've already told y'all, I want things to authentically happen. I want things to come across organically. I don't want to have to do any type of a blast to be like, hey y'all, go check out my channel, da 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 da. No, either you gonna find it on your own or you're gonna never see it, which means you don't need to see it. And I know that might sound crazy to a lot of y'all, but I don't fool with most of my family anyway. So now my friends ain't but like maybe 2 or 3 people that know I do stuff like this, but they don't know what my page is called. They don't know the name on here. They don't know none of that stuff. So it is what it is. But I've never wanted to seek out anything like that because I just really wanted it to happen organically. So yeah. But yeah, my mama's doing all right. I'm working on myself. I'm not where I want to be. I do plan on going to the 90th birthday party. Her birthday is a month after mine. I don't know what I'm going to do this year because I don't get paid very much. Oh, I know what I want. I'm going to do for myself. It's my late Christmas / birthday gift to myself. I'm buying myself a bicycle. My sister bought me a helmet for Christmas because I was looking like, what is this in this box? And so I said, I guess I'll wait until Christmas Day. She gave it to me at my mama's birthday party. So I'm like, what is this? And so I remembered it. I had almost forgot it that morning, Christmas morning. And so when I woke up, I was like, oh, here you go. Let me see what this is that's in here. When I tell you my jaw, I said, I know not. And it's a nice helmet. And it's my favorite color, y'all. When I tell y'all I cannot, I was like, no, you didn't. And so I sent a picture to the group chat and I put it on my head. Like I'm big head. I have a big head. So I'm like, is this big head friendly? And I was like, it looked like it can fit. I put it on me. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on here, but I put the helmet on me and my hair was in its natural state. So it was like this. My hair was kind of like this with the thing on me or whatever, right? With the helmet on. I was just like, oh my gosh. So I have been back on the hunt for bicycles. I'd already told my folks don't do nothing for me for Christmas because I'm doing whatever I want to do for myself for Christmas and my birthday on my own for myself. I don't know if they're gonna listen for my birthday. What did they give me for Christmas? Oh, my mama made me a carrot cake. And she's supposed to be making me an apple cake for my birthday, so I'm excited. That was my uncle on my daddy's brother. It was my daddy's brother's favorite cake. And I have been hearing about this cake for the longest. And it just sounds like something I would live for. I love carrot cake. And it just seems like it's the apple version of carrot cake for me. And I'm just like... So my mama's supposed to be making that for me for my birthday. I'm very excited to see how that's going to go. Now, what's going to happen is the majority of it's going to go to them. And I just need to know what it's hidden for. Now, I ain't going to hold you. Now, I just thought about this. Now, if it's good enough, if it's on that level, I might take a little bit more extra for myself and freeze it and then take pieces from time to time, unthaw it and eat it or whatever. But the majority of it, I'm going to leave it for them to eat. Everybody else to just eat it at will. That's how I did my carrot cake for Christmas. Excuse me, y'all. But anyway, what else going on? Yeah, that's essentially all that's going on. Y'all, I got some financial stuff going on where I'm getting tried from people in Virginia. Literally, y'all, before I left, I had everything squared away. I have had people since the day I left and moved away trying to get money out of me. To make a long story short, because I'm trying to get it at this 30-minute mark and be done, the property taxes for my vehicle, these people that sat up here and took money out of my account, the U.S. Treasury or whoever took money out of my account, I had to set it off, send proof that I was here in 2023 because they had it where I needed to pay taxes for 2024 and added taxes on top of that. So they're in the process of having to reroute everything and give me my money back. But PayPal tried to try, like, it was a lot of stuff, y'all. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.